Alright, now we're heading to the bunker. Gonna check out the bunker. When we come back, we'll take a video of the memorial statue. Helped out a nice couple who are looking to find where they're at. Use the map of the place. So, keep forgetting to put the phone in my left hand. Here we go. The open bunker that we're coming up on the left. We got all the prairies, Tallgrass. Quite the hike. When we were here last time, we were able to walk right back up this way on the trail. Hopefully somebody carved that out again. There you go. Let's see. A nice little trail to the back. Maybe we'll walk around. We don't have to walk through a bunch of stupid shit. See what we got going. There we go. We go right back to the trail. But here's the bunker. Real thick concrete. Nice bunker system. It's the date today, 23rd. Pen don't work. There you go. Interesting, people leave books here. Apparently Andrew loves Aubrey. But here you go. Apparently the older couple did not want to come see you at the moment. They're still over there. Let's see where this little cutout trail leads, or if they just cut themselves a path. Does it lead anywhere significant? Or is the HBJ gonna have to go right the fuck back? And I don't mind it, because these grass. Now if trails were like this, if they had this shit carved out everywhere, I'm fucking in. You're fucking out and I'm fucking in. Kenny Powers, baby. If this leads to that bunker, which I hope it does, because it looks open. Again, call me fucking Kenny Powers, because I'm fucking in. And check out another hidden bunker. This is one of the ones I wanted to check out before. The last time I was here. I really wish the fuck these bugs would stop biting me though. This shit's getting old really fucking fast. But hey. Once we're off of this, hopefully once we get back on the rocks, we won't have to deal with the bugs as much. And of course, this shit doesn't lead to the motherfucking bunker. At least not yet, because it looks like that bunker's open, and I'm not walking through this to get to that. Of course it doesn't. Of cock-sucking course it doesn't. I just made that walk for abso-fucking-lutely nothing. God damn it. Of course. And it just loops around. God damn it. If this were the spring or fall, we'd be checking out that bunker. Of course it's not. And I am not going through all that shit. You could bet your sweet ass I ain't going through all that to get to that bunker. Alright. Once we get back on the gravel, talk a little bit more about this place, and then I'll get that rant out of the way, because I was pretty fucking fired up earlier. Somebody could have ended the HBJ's fucking lifeline today, because they're fucking jerk-offs. And I hate when people don't know how to drive. Alright. But now that we're getting back on track, check out the bunker from the back. Just looks like a hill. Can't tell there's a bunker there unless you knew where you were at and knew that that's a bunker. This looks like a big old hill. So when you got a bunch of these motherfuckers where all you see is green grass growth and hills, well, you ain't got a fucking problem on your hands. We'll see at different points that they have stuff that's still up from the olden days, and that's pretty prehistoric by today's standards. But you think in the 1940s, it might have been state of the art, might have been whatever. But, all right. So, now we're back on the path. This here path we're gonna be on used to be railroad tracks back in the day, and this used to be how they would shuttle their bombs, rockets, and missiles everywhere. From way the fuck on the other side where the buildings are, which we'll explore once the weather breaks and all this shit dies. And yeah, so you got these poles here. Obviously there's no wires on them any longer. Some of them have overgrowth on them, but I'm guessing they were maybe foam poles, electric poles. And I mean, not for nothing, but they're still up. And that's history, man. I couldn't tell you if they even have ones like this anymore that are still standing or being used anywhere else. Maybe in small town America. But I wouldn't say that anywhere normal they'd have it. I sure as fuck hope that those were just trees and not a bunker. Now that's the decision I gotta make again. That's the open bunker. Do I give it a fucking go and try and get through that? No. Because of the overgrowth. That one's obviously closed. But I think that's the one I was trying to get to before that was open. But the overgrowth is still too high, even though they cut it out a little bit. But what the fuck am I tripping over weeds and shit? There's high weeds. I guess that's a viewing station right there. Lots of woods. So these are all trees. Hopefully it's just that's all they were doing was cutting down trees. They could do that and plant flowers all they want. Just leave these motherfucking bunkers alone. This would actually, again, be a cool place to come out with like a bicycle, a four-wheeler, if you're allowed to bring four-wheelers out here. Yeah, it looks like they're cutting down a lot of trees. I'm not a huge fan of cutting down the trees. I don't know if they're alive or dead anyways. Or if it even matters, but there are a lot of greenery out here, so I don't know how all that fucking shit works. But I like nature. Leave it the fuck alone. Don't fuck with it just so you can have fucking butterflies and fucking birds hanging out here. Fuck that. There'll always be birds and butterflies. You don't need to plant fucking flowers. Got another pole here. These are a little different. Those little knobs are on top. As you can hear a bird singing. As you look, bunkers are everywhere. You got a bunker there, 2 bunkers over there. Just as you scan, you see nothing but bunkers in the field. And of course, we have another one here, locked. I mean, I'm assuming they're all the same. I'm assuming they're all just empty, looking the same, outdoor, indoor the same. There was another bunker on this side. I think it was that one that I went to 2 years ago, the last time I was here, and it was open as well. And it was harder to get to. I had to go through different heights of grass, which I'm not willing to do at this point. But yeah, from my understanding, I could be wrong, one of the bunkers at one point did explode as well. They might have had an explosion in the bunker. I could be wrong. But yeah, just bunkers everywhere. I love it. I fucking love it. And they're all covered with grass and overgrowth, and fuck, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a tree growing on any of these things. Like I said, from on the top, all you see is it's grass, and that's genius, because imagine flying above and you look down and all you see is fucking prairie and grass and flowers and weeds and overgrowth. You would never think that this was an intricate bunker structure. Now, when you get far on the other side, where we're gonna go in the fall, you might be able to see from over the top the factories, but at the same time, like I was explaining to the older couple when we were over by the monument, that it was genius to put it not only in Illinois, but the middle of Illinois. We're kind of, sort of, just north of central Illinois, in the middle of what would have been nowhere in the 1940s. And if we were ever to be attacked by Japan or Nazi Germany, I would assume one of the last places they would have ever looked for weapons making facilities would have been in fucking Illinois, in Elwood, in a fucking Prarie. So whoever's idea it was to come out to this fucking shit and put up a fucking factory with make weapons, you're the fucking man. You are the man, and the badass man, and a smart ass man. More dead. I think these are all dead. I'm hoping they're dead. I will say this, they're probably going to make them into mulch because there's big ass piles of it. But I would wonder how good that shit burns. Because look at, there's fucking piles of these motherfuckers. Piles of trees. And I wonder, why even cut them down? I mean, look at, there's some stumps where the trees used to be. Bunch of stumps. You're so concerned about the prairie, the tall grass, the wildlife. Leave this shit the fuck alone. I'm not a advocate for, like, oh, there's a bunny. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. He's staring at me, so I mean, we'll see how close we can get before he fucking runs. About 15 feet. And there he goes. But, yep, ran into the tall grass. But yeah, I can actually go down this one and check that bunker out, but that bunker's closed. They're all locked. They got locks on them. But yeah, they're making it into mulch. But I'm not one of those advocates. Mother Nature, man, yeah. Not that guy. But at the same time, I like this shit. I didn't grow up around this shit. Now that I'm here, I like it and appreciate it. Leave it the fuck alone. Got your generator here. I could probably use it with all this fucking wood to make that fucking mulch. Making Homer, whatever the fuck the company's called, that's out of Homer, Illinois, that does all the fucking yard work and mulching and chipping shit. Tons and tons of money. Oh. But once we pass this pole here, we'll flip the motherfucker around and I'll get into the beginning of my rant. Because I ain't fucking around today. I'm pretty frustrated. I'm kind of calming down as the day goes on, but we'll see. I'll probably get worked up a little bit as I start ranting again. But, alright. We're about 50 feet now from the pole. I can't wait till I'm able to at least do an airborne shuffle again. Get the heart rate up a little bit better than going on a walk. But here we go. We got another bunker there. Another bunker there. Let's flip the HBJ back. So, here's my rant for the day. It might spew off into a million other motherfucking rants, but we're gonna start with this one because I'm pretty fucking frustrated. So in one of the towns next to where I live, it used to be that there was an open drive where there was 2 stop signs on opposite ends. In the middle area was open to traffic. So the people who came on the sides, which is very low traffic area, just had to wait till there was nobody coming, and then they could cross, turn, whatever their pleasure. Let's flip the bunker. It's another big bunker system there. Flip it back to me, if I can. So, these things are taller than me. These are like 6, 7, 8, 9 feet tall. Fucking weeds and flowers. So, a few years back, a couple 2-3 years, they decided it would be a good idea to put that shit under construction. So you couldn't even go that way. I had to go all the way around when I was going to work and coming home, which was a pain in my asshole. And I didn't like it. Well, they finished it. They made it a roundabout. So if you're already in the fucking roundabout, the rules are you have the right of way to the fucking roundabout. If you're sitting outside the roundabout, there are signs in all 4 areas. Yield to traffic. Again, for the fucking idiots who don't understand, if there's no traffic or you got a space and you're able to pull in, that motherfucker's got the right of way. They can drive as slow or as fast as they want. And the assholes who are sitting on the outside, it's basically like a stop sign until there's room for you to fucking go. So I'm following my wife somewhere today. I'm in the roundabout. There was enough fucking room for maybe a Ford Festiva or smaller, one of those smart cars. This cocksucker in a blue truck pulls out right the fuck in front of me, and I almost fucking T-bone him. Now, for me to T-bone someone from a circle roundabout, I have to be right fucking there. And you have to be making a really fucking bad decision. Thank fuck I was able to slam on my brakes and lay on my horn, because you ain't getting away with that. I laid on my horn for maybe 20 seconds straight. And he was behind my old lady, and every fucking where we went, where I was supposed to be following her, I knew where we were going, but I still had to follow her. This guy was in between us until finally we were in opposite lanes, and every time I sped up, he sped up. I'm not calling myself a tough guy, but I would have beat the brakes off that motherfucker if he would have even slowed down enough. He kept looking in his side mirror, and I gave him the old bitten thumb. If you know what that means, you know. I gave that one to him. And by the time we got to this one light, we got off in the turning lane, and he pulled right next to us because there was room to get in front, even with my wife. And hold on, let me show you this bunker. It's open, but I'm not going there. I have to go all the way around. But a bunker's a bunker. They're all the same. It's wide open. Somebody opened it. So we're in the turning lane, getting ready to turn off the road to where we're going. And this dickhead pulls right next to my wife. Starts kind of eyeballing her. Now I'm really fucking annoyed. I really, at this point, want to just get out of my fucking car, pull this guy out and give him a nice smack in the mouth. But the light turned green right away, and that was the end of it. But if you're anything like me, in your brain, in your mind, that's not the end of it. You're still hot. You're still mad. You're still thinking about it. And that happened a while back. I want to say around 11:30, and right now we're at 2:30, and I'm still thinking about it. I'm not as mad as I was, but boy, is my ass chapped. My ass is chapped worse than if I was doing a 12-mile road march and I didn't put deodorant on my balls. They were just rubbing. And I was sweating. So, they're chapped. Actually, I might be able to get to these bunkers because there's a trail, not a trail, but somewhere that leads to these. Luck would have it, they're all fucking open. Every single one of them for some reason. And I would like to look inside, even if they're all the same. Got another one with a light, actually. So this is what it's supposed to look like with a light. And the wires that connect from pole to pole. And the light's there, obviously, so you could see the bunker systems. I'm guessing that this rail line led here. And in front of the bunkers, every single one is open. Something must be going on. I hope they're not fucking with these bunker systems. I sure hope. And the bad part of this is, though, it sucks. We gotta walk all the way to the end, make a left, and come all the way back just to look inside the bunkers. It's already 2:30. I'm getting my steps in. Right now I'm at 21,500 for the day. And it's a we'll see at this point. Because I can't see down there. I can't see where the growth is. We got a truck coming our way. Because they're doing all this stupid fucking shit here. I hope they're not using it for storage to fucking destroy these things. And I hope this truck don't pass me and leave me in a cloud of motherfucking smoke either. And dust. Because I'll be fucking annoyed, obviously. Yep, because here's another bunker wide the fuck open. Be cool if there was anything in them. I'd come here early as fuck just to take something. Got another pole down. Some of these poles just fell. They rotted, they corroded. Shit happened. Here, see, like that one? It's kind of split and fucked up. And then the other one's falling over. That truck is right the fuck behind me. I sure as fuck hopes that cocksucker doesn't follow me all the way to the fucking end. I'll be so annoyed having to breathe in that fucking dust. I've had to fucking... Allergies are bad enough. There's the one that's leaning. But, yeah, these were all part of the rail system at one point. I'd like to actually, if possible, I don't know if it is, maybe one day, come back here, take the Midewin trailhead. I'd have to get a Google Earth on it. Yeah, those are the only ones that were open, because see, 53.3 is closed. But get a Google Earth and see. Oh, there's one way over there that's wide open. So we'll see. We will absolutely motherfucking see. Maybe hopefully that one's closer to the end of the trailhead and we can go check it out. I think that's the one that had like a water tank outside it before. Why is this truck dead set on being right behind me? It's got the whole right side of the motherfucking lane, and you drive on the right, you don't drive on the left. Fuck is wrong with that guy? Yeah. Another pole. But yeah, we'll see what we got coming up. We're about 2 or 3 football fields from the end of this road. These fucking idiots are ruining my trail, my day, because they're trying to fucking mulch. Fuck you, do it on your own time or close the park when you're doing it. Fucking assholes. Yeah, I definitely need to bring some off out here. There's another one with the light still attached. Yeah, but anyways, get a Google Earth going. It'd be cool as fuck to see. Check out all these bunkers at the back end. And check out where there's a lake or a pond or something going straight ahead somewhere. And it'd be cool as fuck to see where a lot of this shit goes. Again, like when I was at the other trail on the other end, we were walking on the concrete the whole time. This guy is just gonna fucking stay behind me. I'm not getting in this fucking tall shit and weeds. Not happening. He's gonna have to wait for me to get to the end, and I don't give a Frenchman's fuck. He's got plenty of room to get around me. Hopefully we don't have a confrontation, because I ain't got time for this shit today, and I'm already in a mood. But yeah, we'll try and Google Earth this shit when there's not as much overgrowth, and maybe we could take this trail and go all the way to the other end of the arsenal and check that out, instead of having to take that way to get in the arsenal. Now he's got more than plenty enough room to get around. Yeah, got ya. Homer, nature's blanket. Playground mulch, hardwood, and color enhanced mulch. If you're looking for Homer Industries, there you go. He was cool about it. He didn't dust me out. But all this back here, I'm almost positive you could walk through when the overgrowth isn't as bad. And it actually leads to the other trailhead. This one we walked to before. I'm not going to go through the overgrowth. It wasn't as bad before. Lots of graffiti on there, and I remember they had the walkway. I think this is kind of a trail to get to the other side. But again, we'll have to Google Earth that and try and figure out. But yeah, to get to those other bunkers that were open, that was the way. If I remember correctly, you have to go through shit like this to get to shit like this. Here comes somebody in a four-wheeler, a little buggy, a little gator. I'd like to get me one of those at some point. He's probably going to that bunker that's open, so we won't fuck around. Hey, but we'll go anyways. What's he gonna say? He must not know who the HBJ is. Phone almost fell. Yeah, he must not know. Alright. So we're coming up on another T intersection. If you go down there, it becomes a wooded trail. If you make a left here, it becomes bunkers again. Here's a little trailer extension type looking thing. But yeah, that's, yeah, oh, they got trailers, that's where that guy went. So I'm not gonna fuck around over there. That's probably a storage area, because if I remember correctly, we tried getting in that motherfucking bunker before, and it was a no-go. That's almost positive where they had, I think, like a big fucking water tank outside. But yeah, we'll walk a little further down here. We'll get see if we can't get to a point where we could see over the top of this shit. And as I was walking up, if you remember, on where we were walking the Arsenal side, they had those big ass antenna things, and you can actually see them from this side. We're actually not too terribly far from there. It's just separated by all this shit. And right in the middle of all this shit is where the buildings are. So, again, you want to kind of get in there in the fall or spring or maybe early winter. The last couple times I went there was in the winter time. Shit was absolutely dead the first time I went in there. Or it was kind of like this. And then, let's see if we could see the big antennas. I for sure saw them when I was walking up this way. There's another trail that leads out there. It's not like a real trail, but as stuff dies off, you can get out that way much easier. But those big ass antennas were easily seen from over there. But here we go. We get over here. Don't tell me this is, no, there it is. That might have been a bunker at some point, which fucking annoys me. But this is another one. I walked down here before as well. This whole line here is a bunker way. None of them were open. We went all the way to the end. This is a covered way. It looks like it's well kept and maintained, but I'm not going through there because I don't know how long that fucking trail is and how long it's going to take to do it and then come back, because I don't want to be stuck out in this motherfucker when the sun starts going down. See what time it is. 2:42. And yeah, we'll start heading back that way now. Next time we come out this way and do this, we'll do the other side of the trail. When we came up, we made the left. Next time we'll make the right. We'll go to the viewing area. See if we can see any fucking wildlife, buffalo, bison, whatever the fuck's out there. I think it's bison. When I went to the office up the road last time, they said that a lot of times it's not super hot now. There's a gentle breeze, but a lot of times when it is super hot, like it was last time I did that, they just chill underneath trees and they hide. It's hard to see them. Obviously, they got those big ass fucking coats, and when it's fucking hot, I'm already tired as fuck of these bugs. I'm gonna go tomorrow morning and get me a lifetime supply of off. done with biting flies. I'm done with mosquitoes. I'm done with all this shit. I should go down there and even talk to those guys and ask them what's going on, as Bernie Mac would say. Keep beating the fuck out of myself with my Gatorade. I don't have the BRC today because I had work conditioning this morning, and I always have my BRC in the morning for work conditioning. But yeah, we could have went this way. And if we get here early enough, we'll do the full loop. I'm almost positive this loop takes you all the way back around to the bison viewing area, which just to get to the viewing area by itself is a fucking hike and walk in itself. And then you gotta walk all the fucking way back from this side to that side and then back to the car. I wouldn't mind doing it, but that might be a hike for when we get another person out here with me, so the time doesn't go by so slow, which is one of the reasons we do the Ruck Rants and the walk and talks, is because it helps the time go by and gives you a chance to fucking rant and gives you a chance to fucking hike and ruck. As you can see, I got my little couple marks on my shoulders. Yeah, I think this leads all the way the fuck down and loops around. I'll have to check and go to the office one of these days and look on the map, and we'll see. Here comes another fucking truck. Just go the fuck around me this time. I'm going in your direction. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I mean, here I made it all the way to the end where there's more room. I barely had enough room to fucking get out of the way of the truck. I'm not standing in the weeds just so this fucking hump could drive his fucking truck around me. See, there's never a shortage of reasons to fucking rant and be crabby. Never. You can always be crabby. You can always rant. You can always bitch. At the end of the day, you're outdoors, you're outside, you're looking at absolute fucking history, nature, bunkers that were at one time full of motherfucking bombs, missiles, explosives, fucking detonation wire, detonation blasting caps, fucking mortars, everything. These things were chock full of war, basically chock full of war. And what a fucking great time it would have been in the world to be a part of that. To say you were alive back when the country actually gave a shit would have been a fucking hell of a time to be alive. Because I'll tell you what, nowadays, nobody gives a fucking shit. Nobody. And it's fucking sad. Everybody's already fucking taking the red pill or the blue pill, whatever way you like to look at it. And they're taking sides. They hate each other. Nobody gets along. Nobody's friends no more because your guy wears a blue tie or your guy wears a red tie. I'll say this. To prove that there is no difference between the blue and red ties, America's its own country. And this is another rant, and I am very passionate about this, and I don't give a fuck. If you want to argue this, I'd love to hear another point of view that would rival mine and actually have substance to it. Because I haven't fucking heard one yet, and I doubt I ever will. And it's just someone trying to either piss somebody off for no reason, they're trying to troll, or they're just trying to be an asshole. Because there is absolutely no argument for this on a positive level. Now, We've been giving Israel asinine amounts of money for asinine amounts of years. I don't believe we should. I believe we have enough fucking stuff going on in the United States of America that money would be put to better use. So, these fucking cuck asshole fucks on both sides, both, not Republicans, not Democrats, both. From my understanding, if I'm wrong, correct me and actually tell me the gist of it. But from my motherfucking understanding, they're trying to pass something to combine our militaries, our intelligence, or something to that fucking nature. No fucking way. No. Just as easily as they could be allies, they could be enemies. I don't fucking know. America's greatest ally, my balls. Nah. Don't like it. And everybody's voting to do it. Yes. How much money are you getting paid to vote? Yes. Nobody has given a good, solid fucking reason for us to fucking combine entities with any country. None, let alone Israel. Who doesn't even have our fucking best interest in mind. They bombed one of our fucking naval ships. They gave us false intel that got us involved in the Iraq war. I don't care what anybody says. They're the reason that we got people in Iran right now. Again, as I rant, I am very pro-war. I like war. I think war is necessary most of the time. But I don't like war when we're fighting for the interests of other countries who don't feel like getting their fucking hands dirty or can't do it themselves. We should have let fucking Israel go into Iraq and do that shit themselves, telling us that they had weapons of mass destruction. They didn't. I think, deep down, we knew they didn't. Because they, in my opinion, again, call me wrong, but weren't they in a fucking decades-long war with Iran? And you would think, just throwing it out there, that if they had nuclear weapons, and you're in a decades-long war, maybe you use them if you're a country like Iraq. Yeah, we have nuclear weapons. Yeah, we were in a couple decade-long fucking wars in Vietnam and Afghanistan. And yeah, fuck you. Vietnam was a war. It wasn't a conflict. We're at war. Watch a video of what happened in Vietnam. It was a fucking war, not a conflict. And you're fucking spitting in the faces of the people who fought there by saying it was a conflict. It was a fucking war. They went to war. They fought in a war. Call it a fucking war. But I'm sick and tired of wasting our resources. I don't mind going to war on stupid fucking shit. I don't care what color tie you wear. I don't. Fuck it. Again, ship me up and send me out. Don't care. But I'm not fighting for fucking Israel. I'm not fighting for fucking, well, to be devil's advocate in a way, both World War I and II we were coerced into coming in by England. But if you want to believe that in World War II we were gonna stay neutral until we were attacked by Japan on Pearl Harbor, you could take that story, or you could take it to the point where we were gonna get involved at some point, sometime. They say that there were German U-boats outside United States spying and shit, and I mean there's rumors and shit that we don't know if will ever be true or ever were true, blah blah blah, but at the same time I feel like in a World War situation, we're gonna get fucking involved. I mean, to be honest, in both World Wars, we didn't really have much of a military when we started. World War I especially, we were fucking legit behind the 8 ball, having to train them while they were there. Come on, truck. Get past me so I can walk. Just don't fly. Wide view so everybody could see another fucking Homer truck. Look at the bunker. Another pole. And this Homer truck going so fucking slow. It's alright though. I'd rather it go so slow than to cloud me with dust. Alright. Thanks to the guy who did the fuck out of me. But yeah, I mean, we didn't have much of a military at those 2 points in times. We came in World War I, we saved the day. Fucking A, right, America saved the day. World War II, I would say it was a mix between us and Russia. But Russia, if you actually know your fucking history, was an even bigger part in the reason why W.W. Dose was won. I mean, we stood our ground, we didn't fuck around, we lost some battles, and then we learned from our losses, came back and fucked shit up. That's how America works. We go in, we make mistakes, we figure out our mistakes, and then we come back and we fuck you up twice as hard. It's just the way America's military always works. But at the same time, yeah, that could be your devil's advocate argument that we got involved for other people. The Prime Minister in England was good friends with our president. And Winston Churchill was constantly trying to get our president to get involved in World War II. And we just couldn't. We didn't. It wouldn't have been good. Had to stay neutral until we couldn't stay neutral no more, and we got involved. Gotcha. Understood. That's your devil's advocate argument. But at the same time, that affects us. If your only argument is that Iraq's effect to us was oil, we have oil. Go fuck yourself. So I don't want to hear about it. What is America supposed to control all the world's oil, all the world's resources? Then by that stupid fucking retarded argument, why don't we just take over the world? Let's try being Nazi Germany and taking over the world. That's stupid. It's a stupid fucking argument. Just because everyone's Lord and Savior Donald Trump's the one doing stupid fucking shit, well, he probably has fucking early onset Alzheimer's. Fucking has no idea what he's doing. Nobody knows how to tell that guy fucking no. I mean, they still can't tell us what the real reason they did a snatch and grab on Venezuela's president, but I do know that right after that, we delivered a shit ton of oil to Israel. That was all over the TV. I wonder why that happened. And then Israel's bombing Lebanon, bombing Iran, and then they're throwing a fucking fit when Iran decides they're gonna fucking bomb them back. Are you fucking kidding me? Let somebody bomb us here on our home field. Let somebody come over to the fucking United States Stadium and fucking bomb us first. I guarantee every motherfucking person in this country would be gun-ho to fucking bomb them back. And this fucking idea. I actually heard a good argument the other day when that jerk-off fucking stupid cuck Pete Hegseth was in Congress. They asked him, they said, I don't have the dates, don't cut my nuts off for it, but said, hey, when you destroyed the bunkers on this date, you said that their nuclear industries were demolished. They were demolished. Their military was demolished, blah, 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 blah. Did you or did you not say that? He said, I said it. And he said, on this date, you bombed them again and said now their military is incapable, can't use, blah, blah, blah. I love these things. These are cool as fuck. I'd like to build a couple of these in my backyard. Get a bunch of acres like this and build a bunch of those and lay some cables, and I can have my own fucking, see if I can't figure out how to do my own shit like these people did. I mean, I'm not that smart, but that's what YouTube's for. But anyways, so like, so they said at this date, blah, 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 you said that their military was decimated. They don't have nothing. And he's like, well, they don't have a Navy and Air Force or this or that, but they still have this and this. You're never going to completely take out a military. And if Pete Hegseth is so fucking arrogant and stupid, or he just listens to fucking Trump because he says that they're decimated, must not remember what the fuck happened in Afghanistan. They were quote unquote decimated, and as soon as Trump and Biden decided to pull, and yes, it was Trump too, Trump negotiated it, Biden just fucked up doing it. They're both fucking idiots for pulling out of Afghanistan. Anyways, so if you didn't learn anything by that war, and again, yes, it was a war, that you could think you have them decimated, think that they have nothing. The Middle East knows how to play the long game because they don't give a fuck. It's generational hate, generational power, generational fucking war. They've been doing this shit since the fucking Persians and the Mongols. It's all generational. The grandfather fought in the war. The father fought in the war. The son fought in the war. And his kids will fight in the war. And maybe there isn't a war, but they think it is. And they're going to keep going until that bloodline is wiped the fuck out. Or somebody just gets fucking tired of dying. Even then, you killed my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, fuck you. That's how that works. People in America don't understand. That's how the Middle fucking East works. All over, everybody. That's how they fight wars there. That's why there is ISIS. That's why there is the Taliban. That's why there is Al-Qaeda. And now that they're marrying into each other's families, look the fuck out if they ever fucking... I get it. There's always going to be a power vacuum and power struggle. But if they ever decide to combine and just become one big-ass terrorist organization and start taking over countries in the Middle East, I promise you, man, things could get pretty fucking ugly pretty fucking fast. Because these terrorist organizations got them some fucking numbers. Numbers enough to take over fucking countries. I will tell you that much. And if you don't think it could fucking happen, you're nuts. Can't remember the name of the country, so don't kick me in the nuts over it. But there's a country that Donald Trump had the leader to the White House. That leader, I'm almost positive, was either ISIS or Al-Qaeda. I think it was an Al-Qaeda leader. Chopping off fucking heads of people. On video. Took over the country, became the leader of the country, and Trump's having him to the White House. Don't fucking tell me our CIA, our FBI, and our fucking intelligence in America didn't know that that guy wasn't a leader of a fucking terrorist organization. Bring that guy to the White House. Cut his motherfucking head off in front of his guys. What are they gonna do, attack us? God damn. You're attacking Iran isn't balls. Inviting that guy to the White House and executing his ass, that's balls. That guy was a terrorist. In case you haven't had the opportunity in life to see what real life terrorism is, fuck. And I don't want to hear Donald Trump's a terrorist. I don't want to hear Joe Biden's a terrorist. Fuck off. They're not terrorists. Just because you don't like the color tie they wear. That being said, at the same motherfucking time, it's argued that at this moment, at some time, there's over 1,000 terrorists, active known terrorists in our country. And what? We're having ICE deport people who are roofers, people who are doing construction, trying to make a living. Now, if your argument is they're illegal, they came here illegally, blah, blah, blah. To me, your argument's 50%. You got a 50% argument if that's all you got. If those people who came here illegally are involved in society, they're making money, they're paying taxes, and they're buying things in the neighborhoods, they're contributing to the society and contributing to America, I could give a fuck, especially if they make an attempt towards citizenship. I'm all for it. And there should be a path for people like that. At the same time, let my motherfucking interpreter in the United States, the fact that he can't get into the United States and he put his life and his family's life on the line to help out Americans in Afghanistan, and our fucking country won't let him in, is fucking disgraceful and disgusting. Alright. Now, the other part of that is, yeah, they're getting rapists and murderers. And I'll say this, for all the people that they deported, that's a whole hell of a lot of rapists and murderers, because I don't think everybody they grab is a rapist and murderer. And I don't think any fucking statistics that you could give me support the fact that everybody they grab is a rapist and murderer. None. Not one. Do they grab some? Yes. Do they grab traffickers? Yes. Is that all they're grabbing? No. Are there going to be some people who are hardworking that just want a better life that get caught up in the middle? Yes. Got it and understood. At the same time, there's so many fucking known terrorists that are somewhere in the stadium, America Stadium. I personally will be putting every fucking resource into that. You know how much money we spent already in Iran that we could have put towards that? Huh? These assholes did 9/11. And for a week, everybody was so fucking pro-America. Yeah, pro-America. Which gets me to a side rant. We'll hurry up and get on. The Cubs game, the Vietnam vet, who fuck you for apologizing. Kid wouldn't stand up. He gave him a duster. People act like he beat the fuck out of him. He gave him a duster. I get it. I've had my wife and people ask, well, if that was your kid. I would hope to fuck that I was a good enough parent in my life, that I raised my kid correctly, that you stand for the national anthem. It takes you 2 fucking minutes, and then you get to sit again. I don't care. Don't tell me there's people with conditions. If you could go to a ball game and walk, because it ain't a fucking short walk anywhere you go, from any stadium to any ball game. We're going to take this way from the open bunker to the memorial. And then we'll go right back to the car and call it a day. But it's that bad that you can't stand for the national anthem, but you can walk your ass from the car, through the stadium, through the concourse, to your seat, and then you're so fucked up you can't get up for the rest of the game to take a piss, to get a hot dog. Yeah, they got guys who come to you. Get a beer. Yeah, they got guys that come to you. But if you're stuck in that seat and then you can only get back up to go, there are very few exceptions to people that are actually like that, and those are old people. Never in 45 fucking years of my life have I ever seen or heard of somebody all the way up into their 40s, unless they are really physically disabled, not be able to stand for 2 fucking minutes, get up, listen to the fucking national anthem, take your lid off, take the fucking head off. There's an argument there, whether it's a big deal or not. I think it's a big deal. If that's your argument, whether to stand, sit, or wear a hat, I'm more apt to say, okay, you can leave your fucking hat on, but get your fucking ass out of your seat. But for God's sakes, quit fucking supporting. Oh my God, all the comments, that's assault. Oh my God, what if he had conditions? Oh my God. No, stand. And I don't want to hear anything. Stand the fuck up. It's the national anthem. Here we go. Back to where we helped out that nice couple. Apparently they have tours and shit here, where they talk to you about this shit. Let's give a nice picture, back it up of the guy, and then the memorial itself, the full memorial. We'll get one of all the names. March 24th, 1945. Explosion. And then this side, June 5th, 1942. Explosion. Committee members, you know what? This is a fucking memorial. You don't need your fucking committee members carved into this thing. Seriously? How fucking arrogant. Leave your fucking stupid fucking names off of this thing. It's a fucking memorial. If you're gonna fucking make a memorial for people that died, don't be so arrogant to be like, hey, it was because of me, I did it. Fuck you, you fucking hump. God, nothing annoys me more. Maybe I am in a fucking mood today because that guy. Fuck it. But yeah, I'll finish off on that fucking national anthem thing. Stand. Takes 2 seconds. It doesn't hurt you. Doesn't bother you. Doesn't come within. Doesn't destroy your life. Fucking stand. Get the fuck up. My first drink in about an hour and a half of hiking. About. But yeah, stand up, takes you 2 seconds, and you can sit back down, play on your phone, and not pay attention to the ball game you came to see in the first fucking place. I think at the same time that these things are good. That old couple, when they came in, they came through this way. I feel bad. They probably got eaten the fuck alive by bugs, but at the same time they were long sleeve and long pants, which fuck sucks. They probably, I think they just came to see the monument and they turned around. But yeah, man, like, people argue, fuck the country, fuck this, fuck that. No, it's not fuck the country. The fact that you have the right to not stand up for the national anthem. You have the right to lay down for the national anthem, to kneel for the national anthem. But I will say this, if you do any one of those 3 things, you are a fucking asshole. You are a hump. You are a cuck. You are a piece of shit. That's my opinion. You got your opinions and those are mine. Because I would say your ability to do that is more of an opinion that you're voicing than a right. Because you really don't have the right to do something if somebody has the right to take it away. That being said, if you sit during the national anthem and somebody gives you a duster, that's his opinion. That should be, hey, if you want to sit, that should be freedom of choice, freedom of speech. That Vietnam veteran, that should be his fucking freedom of speech. 100%. He's expressing himself. Now you're going to tell people they can't express themselves? Fuck, man. He was in a foreign war. I don't know to what extent. I don't know what his MOS was. But apparently he was in Vietnam. But he apologized. Maybe because the kid bought him a beer and he didn't make a big deal about it. But I'm sick of these fucking, you stood on something. You stood on it hardcore, that was your thing. And then all of a sudden you're apologizing. People do this shit all the time. And they go on these big ass fucking apology tours. That means you're a fake motherfucker. You do these things and then you're sorry for it later. Yeah, 100%. I've done things that I'm ashamed of, that I wish I wouldn't have. But I'll tell you what, I never done anything that I would go on an apology tour for. If I was some big shot fucking like elected official, or I was in Hollywood, or I was a musician, and I said something stupid, I'd own it. I'd say, yeah, I said it, this is why I said it, this is why I feel that way. You don't have to agree with me. If you don't want to, don't agree with me. It's fine. If I said something out of pocket, out of character, that maybe I just said in the heat of the moment that maybe I don't feel or agree with, then I'll come out and say, hey man, it's in the heat of the moment, shit slipped out of my mouth, I didn't mean to say it. I'm not apologizing. This is actually my point of view on the subject. Take it or leave it. That's the way it is. So, once we get to this bend and we make this turn, we'll end the video for today. We'll just be on the overgrown path heading back to the cars. But got a little ranting out today. This was one of the bigger walk and talk / ruck rants. I didn't have the ruck on today because I didn't have time to pack it. But we'll see. We got a few days this weekend to hit some forest preserves. So for now, this is the HBJ. I'm out.